pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, I get approval of the agenda.
I'll make a motion for the agenda.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? Approval of the consent agenda.
I can do that. Okay, I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda, approve the special session budget work session meeting that was dated March 6, 2024, the 2024-2025 budget truth and taxation public hearing minutes dated March 11, 2024, the regular township board meetings dated March 11, 2024, and the special 2023-2024 budget amendment meeting minutes dated March 27, 2024, to accept the treasurer's report as presented, accept the assessor's report for April of 2024, to approve the March bills and transfer of funds. It includes general fund check number 30146330190, which includes township bills, township electronic payroll, and the building department building bills, building payroll, and the building monthly remittance checks for a total amount of $144,007.07.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? Motion carried. County reports.
Good evening, I'm William Hamilton, I'm the County Commissioner representing Metamora. Try to make this quick for you. Last meeting, we passed resolution in support of homeschooling in the county. The state school board and the Attorney General has put a target on the backs of homeschooling families, wanting to create a registry and intrusive inspections of homeschooling families. We believe that's wrong. It's also in the Michigan School Code, the parents have the right to determine their child's education. It's not up to the state. This has been upheld by the U.S. Supreme Court. Also passed a resolution opposing Public Act 233 of 2023, which took away the local control over solar and wind projects and placed that authority with the Michigan Public Service Commission. They've done that. They're looking to do that with the gravel mine, which I know is an issue here in Metamora. So we're watching that. MSU Extension, they handle agricultural programs and the 4-H program. They came and gave us an update. They also do food safety classes. And this last year did a program called the Last Food Mile to bring fresh produce and nutrition education to people in need. We appointed Miss Traci Chouinard to the jury board. She's a college student in her final semester of undergraduate studies in political science and government, and will be entering law school at MSU this fall. Adopted a new document, retention policy for all county departments. Authorized the county prosecutor to hire a temporary summer legal intern. Fill a vacant position at the jail for corrections officer. Authorized the preparation of a proposal process for a new CMH building. They are outgrowing their few facilities that they use. Authorized the Pier Rotary Club to install a new pavilion at the Saginaw Street kayak launch. They needed our permission because that's county property. They are paying for that and at no cost to the county. If you ever get a chance to check that out, it's a pretty nice place they've set up for people that do kayaking. And that, I want to congratulate Sergeant Ryan Davis on becoming a new Metamora Police Chief. And that's my report, and you guys have a good evening.
Thank you. Okay, public time.
Did you start me already?
No, this is me trying to work this clock, so forgive me. Give me a second. You ready?
Susan Huff, 5047 Blood Road, whoever's doing that now. Thank you, Chief Mallett, for your years of service, and congratulations. I'm just going to read into the minutes of the letter that I sent to the board. Since the March 11th, 2024 Metamora Township Board meeting, I've had the opportunity to sit down with Scott Benscoter and David Mallett. I discussed the recently approved public comment policy with both of them. My primary concerns were the constitutionality of portions of the policy, the lack of transparency in the development of the policy, and the lack of opportunity for public comment prior to the adoption of the policy. Scott indicated he would review my concerns with Township Attorney Jerry Fisher and get back with me before the end of March. I've not heard from Scott at this stage. Dave told me he spoke with Jerry Fisher after the March meeting where the public comment policy was approved, and Jerry Fisher affirmed that in his opinion there is no First Amendment conflict with the policy. Dave also confirmed that the board is not considering any revisions or amendments to the public comment policy. At the March 11th meeting, Dave told me the board had been working on the policy for a few months. I asked him why it was never brought up for discussion in the public meetings. He indicated that the board was elected to do a job and didn't see a need to bring up the policy to the public after meetings. This speaks to a terrible lack of transparency. Today, when I asked Dave what he believed the role of the public or public comment was in the development of township policy, he responded nothing. Unless there's a controversy like the trees, referring to the 2023 Road Commission project to remove trees in the southeast quadrant. Dave referenced the large number of citizens who attended the meeting regarding the trees, and I reminded Dave that those citizens would never know anything about the proposed project had other citizens who regularly attend meetings not made them aware of the project. Shouldn't that be the role of the township, to make citizens aware of policies that affect the residents of Metamora? Was it intentional that the public comment policy was not available to the public until a few hours before the policy was brought up for a vote in the meeting? Was someone in the township government trying to avoid a repeat of the trees? The lack of transparency leaves one wondering. I would like to thank trustee Ann Derderian for her suggestion that the vote be tabled for a month to allow the public a chance to review and comment on the public comment policy, even though the board chose not to table the motion. Dave told me that the public comment policy was put in place because of myself and another citizen, Karen Mashako. He said he wished we would work with the board instead of against them. My actions are always guided by a desire to see my elected and appointed officials follow the Constitution, Michigan law, the Metamora Township Master Plan, and the Metamora zoning ordinance in the governance of this township. If our board's actions are guided by the same desire, then we are working towards the same goals. Thank you.
I live in the village. I'm not going to give you my exact address, even though this policy says I'm supposed to do that because I've already been harassed enough. So what I've consistently found coming to these meetings is that the 5 minds that sit up here on the board seem to be all you think we need, right? Because people are appointed, we didn't even know there was an opening, we don't get to hear their qualifications, we don't get to hear why they're interested. They're just because they're given their name and they're voted on. Policies pass without discussion, right? I was at Mayfield Township today. Believe me, you do not want to be compared to Mayfield Township, but they sometimes have more discussion than you guys do here about why you're doing things, why this is good for the community, that type of thing. And the issue is with those 5 minds, your very jobs are to listen to the public. That is literally in your job description. It is not just to say, I'm elected, so I'm going to make these decisions. If you haven't read the paper, the new public policy, serving rather than steering, you should, because it is a seminal work in your field of working in local government. It's got a lot of really good points in it. But the issue with using only 5 minds and maybe the law office is you pass an incredibly flawed policy, just on a language level. I'm a copy editor. Susan found these before I did, most of these issues. Missing words, and this document that is now passed is a legal document. Missing words, capitalization issues, gendered language. You're the chairman, yes, maybe there's a chairwoman, maybe there's a chairperson someday. That should have been considered in this language when your law office looked it through. Number 10, about, I had to tell you today that I am recording this meeting. I don't even know why that's in a public time policy. That is per the Open Meetings Act, and again, that's got nothing to do with public time, and none of you said, hey, we don't need that in our policy. But if I arrive 1 minute early, or 1 minute late, and I don't tell you that I intend to do it, and you tell me that yes, you can do it on your desk, I'm violating your policy. Now, that we have to come up to the podium. Now, first of all, this is a lectern. This is a lectern, not a podium. But you say we have to come up to the lectern or the podium to speak. Do any of you have any background in ADA stuff? Did any of you think a little person, someone in a wheelchair, someone with mobility issues, could have a hard time coming up here? But you didn't allow any provisions in there. I have to ask you, Mr. Bass, before I hand out things. That's why I didn't bring anything today. Just so many issues. And I heard a couple of people say last month that the intent is not to quench our freedom of speech, when all of the language in here gives you every ability to do that based on your feelings about that issue. No criteria, just arbitrary things. Thank you.
Okay, fire department.
Good evening. So for the activity report for March of 2024, we had 25 runs for the month. We had 8 fires, 14 medical CPIs, 1 meeting, 1 training, 0 working plans. On the agenda tonight, I only have 2 things for you if I can get approval. Number 1 would be I'd like for approval to purchase 2 fire helmets. And they're almost $500 a piece, so I'm asking for $1,000 to purchase 2 fire helmets.
I'll make a motion to approve the purchase of 2 fire helmets for a total cost of $1,000.
Support.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? Motion carried.
Thank you. And the next thing I have is I'd like permission to spend $2,200 on a gated Y, which is our appliance for our large diameter hose that we can separate and make 2 hoses out of 1. Put on our engine.
So this is the gated line, right? All right, so I'll make a motion to approve the fire department purchase of a 5-inch and 4-inch gated line for a total cost of $2,200.
All in favor? Any nays? All right, motion carried.
Thank you. That's all I have.
All right. Police department business.
Good evening. For the month of March 2024, we had a total of 222 calls for service, 5 PDAs for property damage accidents, 6 cardiac PDAs, which are way down from last month, 2 personal injury accidents, 127 traffic stops. We got 0 breaking and entering or home invasion complaints. A notable incident, we had a vehicle reported driving northbound on 24 at high rate of speed. The vehicle left the roadway to the west and struck a utility shed, a deck, and then the mobile home at 3660 South of Pier, lot number 1. The driver of that vehicle was a 28-year-old Avid man who was arrested for operating off top speed. The trailer was not occupied, no injuries were reported. In March for training, I attended the police executive and new chief school. It was a 5-day training put on by the Michigan Association of Chiefs of Police. It was invaluable training, learned a lot of things, met a lot of people, and now I'm a member of the Michigan Association of Chiefs of Police. Any questions?
Asking for any money?
That's it.
All right, thank you.
What is that horrible ringing?
Township business. Letter of retirement. Is that something you want to read, Jason?
Okay. Well, I guess do I need to make a motion to accept this letter?
Yeah.
All right, so I'll make a motion to accept this letter of retirement by Police Chief David Mallett. So it says, "Dear ladies and gentlemen, please accept this letter as my notification to retire from Metamora Township Police Department effective May 1st, 2024. This letter follows up a previous verbal commitment to retire made at the March 2023 regular township meeting. I want to not only thank each current member of the board, but also the previous board members for allowing me to begin and end my near 32-year career with Metamora Township. I hope you were satisfied with my achievements during my tenure as the chief of police. I feel that I have incorporated many ideas to continue a self-sustaining department by creating programs that were not implemented when I became the chief. As I move forward, I will always cherish my time I had at the township. Finally, I believe that the proper choice of my replacement has been correctly made. I have been observing Sergeant Brian Davis for the past several months, and I feel he is gaining the respect of the board, the other officers, and the community. I feel Chief Davis has the confidence to lead the department as it goes forward. Thank you for allowing me to serve Metamora Township. Chief Metro.
I'll second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? All right, motion carried. All right, Mike.
Let's make this official, right? I just want to say, as I'm putting this robe on, it has been an absolute pleasure of mine to have known, worked with, and accomplished many things alongside Chief Mallett over the years. And our township and our community has been very blessed to have had Chief Mallett as part of us. And so, before the baton is officially handed off, I just want to say thank you. I very much appreciate everything that you've done. Appreciate that.
Who's the guy?
Repeat after me. I, Ryan Davis.
I, Ryan Davis,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of this state,
and the Constitution of this state,
and that I will faithfully perform the duties
and that I will faithfully perform the duties
of the office of the Chief of Police.
of the office of the Chief of Police.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Remember what I said last week. Take care of the community, your officers, and most importantly, yourself. Appreciate it.
Look at that.
All right, we got no discussion, right? Yep.
Now I'll make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
David?
Aye.
Done.